Stephen, many congratulations. Through to the last 32 after surviving an early scare there. Just sum up your emotions for us after that.
The plan was to come and win, and thankfully I was able to do that. Obviously he could have went 2 sets up there, and I was a bit lucky towards the end, but thankfully I found the treble 20 towards the back end of that game, and yeah, I'm so happy to get through, and I can have a great Christmas now, and look forward to coming back after Christmas.
You mentioned it there, the turning point in the game was the end of that second set, and you seemed to visibly grow in confidence after that.
Yeah, no, of course, and obviously it's been documented the game before was null and void, so we got rushed forward a bit, but listen, I'm a professional dart player, I know these things happen, and thankfully I was able to deal with that. Got on stage, I felt a bit nervous at the start, but towards the end of the game I started feeling at home, and listen, if you can't play darts in front of that crowd you shouldn't be here, and they were 100% behind me tonight, and I thank each and every one of them.
You spoke about the crowd post-match. Just how much does that support mean to you?
It's massive. I don't just feel it in the venues, I feel it all over my social media, I feel it when I go out in my in my hometown. I feel it everywhere, to be honest, not just at Ali Pali, I feel it in every venue I play now, and it's so important. I talk about Liverpool Football Club, they always talk about the 12th man, and it gets them through so many games, and it's different here because obviously there's only me up on stage, I can't pass the ball to no one, it's just me. If things don't go right, then it's a difficult place to play, but when you've got that crowd behind you, it's a special place to play, and I'm so thankful that they were all there. The Bunting Army was there tonight, and they all went Bunting mental.
And you come into the event as a world number 8, a major champion now after winning the Masters. Have you ever felt more equipped to go all the way here?
No, I don't think I have, and maybe not the status that I feel like number 8 and stuff, but just the preparation I've done leading into this. I've been practicing with Luke Humphries, world number 1, world champ. And I think that's put me in great stead. I've had a few really good sessions with him. Obviously, the main intention was to get through this first game and then obviously have a great Christmas, spend some time with the family, and yeah, and then just go from there. Take it. I think Luke Humphries has already alluded to that obviously the first game is a different tournament. Get through that, and then it is the Worlds. So that was always the aim. I didn't want to say that, to be honest, but because there's a few people saying it. But listen, I'm still in the tournament. I'm dangerous, and yeah, I can have a great Christmas and really look forward to the rest now. Thank you.
Stephen, congratulations. Just talk us through what it's like when you're in the practice room and you get that news that instead of an hour and a half time that you're on in 5 or 10 minutes time. What's that like?
Yeah, I've had it a few times now. I had it in one of the Europeans when Petrescu was injured with his arm and I was rushed forward. For me, I like to have my set routine. I turn up at a venue at a certain time and I make sure I give myself enough time, my personal time, to acclimatise. I was probably 30, 40 minutes earlier, but listen, like I said, I'm a professional athlete, and I was ready no matter what. Obviously it was a bit difficult, but I found a way to win, and thankfully, hopefully no one pulls out next round and I can have a proper schedule.
You talk about the Worlds being like 2 separate tournaments, and it's so important for you guys to be here after Christmas. We've seen some high-profile names that aren't going to be. Is that something that is extra pressure on you guys to make sure you're here after Christmas?
I think there's obviously pressure anyway. If you're world number 8 and you go out, then it's a bit of a disaster, innit? If you're world number 2, you go out, or you're whatever ranking you are, you're expected to win. World number 2 is expected to get to a final. World number 8 is expected to get to a quarter final. So you also had that pressure of how well you've been profiling yourself leading up to the event. So yeah, there's always going to be pressure. People are talking about Premier League as well, which I've tried to block out as much as I can. But at the end of the day, I'm a dart player. I've just got to knuckle down, keep doing what I'm doing, and listen, if I play well enough and if I have a great Worlds, then there's a chance I could be in Premier League. I'd really take it. I'd love to play in it. But at the same time, like I said, Premier League's on the back of my mind. I want to win this World Championship before anything, and it means the world to me.
Talk us through those practice sessions with Luke, obviously, because you played some exhibitions as well in the run-up to this. It must have been some massive numbers posted.
Yeah, no, I think the first one we did, we was averaging 110, 109, knocking 10 bells out of each other, to be honest. And listen, if you can't get yourself up to practicing with Luke Humphries, then you shouldn't be playing this sport. He's an absolute gentleman. Really enjoyed the practice with him, and it's been a privilege to me to be able to do that. And like I said, I'm more prepared now than any other World Championships we've ever done, because I've been playing with the best. So he's got the best out of me. Hopefully I've got the best out of him. You'll see that, and hopefully we can both get to the quarters, and then you'll see a ding dong on Sky. Thank you.
Stephen, you talked about those practice sessions with Luke. I assume the sharpness, has they been there for a number of weeks now? Is that how it sort of feels?
Yeah, no, definitely. Even I'm still playing local league on a Tuesday night as well, so even then I played Chizzy's brother the other day, and I think I beat him with 105 average. So yeah, no, I feel absolutely amazing. Like I said today, just I didn't feel like I played my best game nowhere near, but I got a win, so that's a massive positive. Like I said, I can go back now, I can have a great Christmas, enjoy my turkey, and yeah, then come back and obviously refreshed. I'm looking forward to the latter rounds.
You talked about the end of that second set. It seemed like a huge turning point. How much do you think you would have to pull yourself through if it did go 2-0?
Oh, you're in the depths of depravity then, aren't you? And if you're 2-0 down on that stage, things can turn very quickly, and obviously the crowd can go quiet. I think winning that second set was so important. Obviously the crowd got back up. I knew how disappointed he was in missing them doubles to go 2-0 up. So obviously I've been on that stage as well, where I've missed doubles and not gone 2-0 up, and sort of lived to regret it. So I've got the experience now. I think I've been here so long. I know how quick a game can change, and if I would have had to be 2-0 down, then I don't know how I would have coped. I'd have found a way, I would like to think, but thankfully I didn't have to dig too deep, and I was able to find some form and get over the line. Thank you.
Hi Stephen, congratulations. If we take Luke Humphries and Luke Litter out of the equation for now, when you look at the form of Price, Wright, Aspinall, MVG, do you sense this is your moment to make a late run and to really get into a final?
Not really. I'm like I said, I'm not really looking at any other player. What I can do is down to me. If they're not in the tournament, that ain't my fault. Listen, I've practiced enough over the last few months to make sure that I'm 100% mentally ready. I'm physically ready, and I believe I am. I believe I'm playing the best darts in my life at the minute. I'm playing some fantastic darts, and unfortunately today it didn't happen. But fortunately for me, I was good enough to win that game. So I've got to go back, work on that, have a lovely Christmas, spend it with the family, newborn baby, really enjoy it, and then come back after that with a smile on my face, and listen, we can go again. And if you're asking me, can I win this tournament? Of course I can.
Stephen, you've said that you've put the Premier League right at the back of your mind, which is understandable, but when you see Mike De Decker exit early, when you see Michael Smith go out as well, these are your rivals for those very few 8 places. Does that perk you up a little bit, thinking, right, if I just get even a few games under my belt, I've definitely got that spot?
Are they out, are they?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm a darts fan at the end of the day, so if I'm not playing darts, I'm watching darts, and I live, breathe and sleep darts. So yeah, of course you're aware of what's going on around you, but whatever happens with what they're doing doesn't affect me. I can only beat whoever's in front of me, so I've got to remain focused. I've got to keep doing what I'm doing. Like I said, have a lovely Christmas, and then listen, we come back after Christmas, and if I play well, I can win.
There are some players who don't really understand or realise what's going on with everyone else. You've said that you're a darts fan, you know what's happening with other players, and there are vulnerabilities with the top players in this tournament. Do you see that? Do you see guys like Michael van Gerwen, who notoriously always has a good run? I know he beat you last year, but actually he's not the same Van Gerwen.
The Wales is a different place, isn't it? If we was playing in a pro tour, I would say yeah, maybe that is the case. But when you get up on that world stage and you've got your own set of fans and everyone's behind you, anyone can win. And these bigger players, they know what it's all about. They've got the fan base behind them, and thankfully this year I've got the fan base behind me. New YouTube channel, new reinvigorated Stephen Bunting, and listen, I'm the best version of myself that I can be. So I'd be stupid to look at other players. I'm not really worried. I don't care what they do. For me, this tournament's about me. about what I do. Keep professional, keep doing what I'm doing, keep myself away from everyone, spend some lovely time with my family and my manager, and after Christmas, listen, we'll come back and then ask me that question.
Thank you, Stephen. Well done today.
Cheers.
Stephen, as you touched there, it's no secret that you're an absolute fan favourite out there. There was one special guest in that arena, Ed Sheeran. What's it like going through your head when you've got someone of his calibre out there in the arena?
Well, I had a few bad habits in that game, to be fair, didn't I? Yeah, no, listen, it's amazing. I'm a massive fan of his as well, even though he supports Ipswich Town, but it would have been, and I'm surprised he's not coming in to like disrupt the interview, to be honest. But it would have been really nice to meet him. I'm a massive fan of his music on my Spotify and my playlist and stuff. I've got some of his songs flying through my head, so I think my lad had a few moments with him, which is he'll tell me on the way home. So yeah, massive fan. And listen, we need high profile people coming to watch our sport, and it really does spur us on, especially when you're on stage. And you know, my manager even alluded to it early on. He told me that he was here, and I was like so shell shocked. I'm like, wow. But it must be something about gingers, because I've had Prince Harry's been here before as well, watching me. So I've got Phil Bars, and now I've got Ed Sheeran as well. What's going on?
Absolutely brilliant. And well, on another topic, I just wanted to ask you, obviously, one of your St Helens natives, Michael Smith, went out yesterday defending one hell of a lot of money. Do you have any insight on what could be going wrong there and why he has had such a downfall the past 2 years?
I was with Michael the other week, and he won one of the galas we was in. He was playing fantastic. Listen, when you've got that pressure on your shoulder and you know that there is a chance if you do lose that you're going to drop so many places in the rankings, it'll be difficult no matter who you are to control that. So listen, I know how good Michael Smith is. I know that he will 100% bounce back from that. And he's a good friend of mine as well, so I really hope he does. And listen, this is a blip in his career, but he's really young. He's got time ahead of him. And yeah, I'm sure over the time he'll fight his way back up that ranking. And like I said, he's capable of doing that. He's won a World Championship already, so yeah, fingers crossed that he has a great run over the next few years, and as long as he doesn't play me.
Brilliant, thank you very much.
No worries.
Any more questions?
Stephen, you just got done playing Kai. We saw what Nico was able to do yesterday, Nico Springer, as well as Rashad Sweating and numerous others in the international level. What do you think of the growth of the game here, just as a whole?
It's unbelievable, to be honest. Yeah, it's nice. Wherever we go now, we get recognised and stuff, but see some of the talent that's coming through. Like you said, that guy from Barbados? Bahamas. Unbelievable. It captured the nation. You even see Paddy Power saying they're going to pay for his flights and stuff. So, listen, long may that continue. And our sport needs these type of characters coming through from different countries. And listen, I'm all for it. They give them more qualifying places because it really lights up the tournament. It really lights up people obviously watching from the outside, and yeah, it's exceptional, to be honest. And you look at like the young players coming through now at our academies and stuff. I wish 20 years ago there was an academy that I could have played. I might have even been a better player and bring in something extra out of my game, but yeah, it's unbelievable, to be honest. And I think I watched the John Part interview not long back, and he was talking about the growth in Canada as well, not just on the PDC side, but CDC and everything. And yeah, darts is in a great place.
And you spoke about your new YouTube channel, The Bunting Effect. What's your reasoning behind that? You just want to be engaged with your fans a little bit more, or? Yeah,
no, I think it's really important that people don't just see a dull side of you playing darts. They see my personality, and that's what it's about for me. This YouTube channel has been in effect for probably the last 9 months. We've talked about getting it done, and we've had a lot of filming, haven't we, over the last probably 6-8 months. And it's I'm really proud of it. I'm really proud that we'll be able to show some people behind the scenes, exhibitions, what it's all about, not just getting up on stage and what they see on TV. So I think it's really important for me to show a different side of me. I'm not just a bowling dart player. I am actually a personality who people can come up to in the street, and whether I be in Tesco or in one of the restaurants, they can come up, speak to me, have a good time, and hopefully they find some laughs in the footage that's going to come on YouTube. Thank you.
Hi, Florent Gallet, RTL German Television. Could you just tell me something about your impressions of Kai Gotthardt?
I think that's the first time I've ever met him, to be honest. Such a good player. Obviously, to win the German Super League it's a tough task in itself to qualify for here. You look at the standard of players in Germany is really high. So I knew I had a difficult game, obviously, for him come through that. But yeah, like I said, thankfully he missed them darts at doubles to go 2-0 up. Otherwise, it could have been so much of a different game. But I think darts in Germany is in a great place, and Kai is definitely going to be part of the scene over the next few years.
Thank you. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Yeah, just one question. After you win, you and Kai, you were hugging each other for a long time. Can you tell us what you told him?
I just said to him, basically unlucky. You're a fantastic player, and it just wasn't to be today. But you'll get plenty of opportunities to right the wrongs. Like I said, he missed a few darts at doubles there to go 2 sets up, and it's a different game. So the hug was more relief than anything. But listen, he can take a lot of positives out of himself, because I'm sure he'll be back on that stage. No problem.